Okay, so I have to be honest with you. I was sitting down with my coffee, getting ready for today's deep dive, and
Or you were doing the initial skim.
exactly, just
Hmm.
getting to lay the land, and I hit a phrase that made me physically stop scrolling. It was like a speed bump in the text.
I think I know exactly which phrase you're talking about.
It just jumps right off the screen, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's two words that, I mean, they have absolutely no business sitting next to each other. Hope and free.
Hope
Hope
free.
free, and my brain just it short-circuited for a second. Because usually when we slap the word free on the end of something, it's a celebration.
Right.
You know, sugar-free, guilt-free, debt-free. It means you've been liberated from something awful.
You're free from the burden.
Yes. But hope-free. That sounds, well, it sounds bleak. It sounds like a diagnosis.
It does land heavy, doesn't it? It feels like a contradiction. Or, at the very least, a provocation.
It is a provocation.
It forces you to ask, is hope a burden? Is that something we need to be liberated from?
Exactly. And my gut reaction was, no, of course not. Give me all the hope. But here's the thing, and this is why we're doing this deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually peel back the layers of the source material and you look at the work of this artist, Tim Ruth, that phrase isn't about despair. It's not about giving up.
Far from it. In fact, the surrounding text frames it as a very specific, almost aggressive way of engaging with the world.
Aggressive how?
It's a philosophy that prioritizes action over just waiting. It argues that hope in some contexts might actually be holding us back.
Which is just a wild thought. But we're going to unpack all of it. Today we're diving into the digital footprint, the philosophy, and the unified kingdom of Tim Ruth.
We've got his website, his mission statements, his art.
And his shop front. And our mission here is to figure out how someone takes a concept as warm and fuzzy as art and just strips the hope right out of it, and why that might actually be a good thing.
And more importantly, why he thinks that's a path to, and I'm quoting the text here, living creatively in uncertain times.
Which, let's be honest, is the only kind of times we seem to have lately. Uncertain is practically the default setting now.
It really is.
So let's set the stage. Who is Tim Ruth? The text gives him quite a list of titles, and I love analyzing how people label themselves.
Oh, yeah, it tells you everything about their ego, their intention, all of it.
So what have we got?
Well, Ruth doesn't hold back. The source material identifies him as 4 distinct things: speaker, artist, cultural ambassador, and founder.
Okay, let's pause and break those down. Speaker and artist. I get those. That's standard creative stuff. You make things, you talk about them. Fine.
Very intelligible, yeah.
But cultural ambassador, that feels grand.
A little bit.
Usually you need a country for that.
Yeah.
You need a flag and a passport.
Exactly. An ambassador represents a state. They're the face of a nation's values somewhere else. But here, that title is paired with the 4th one: founder of the unified kingdom.
The unified kingdom. And for you listening, I want to be super clear on the spelling here, because the text is specific and I think it matters.
It definitely matters.
It's Kindom. Kindom. No G.
Right. It's not a kingdom.
And that spelling is crucial, isn't it?
It's everything. I mean, we have to infer the intent, but think about the difference. A kingdom with a G is hierarchical. It has a king. It's about territory, power, rule.
It's vertical. Someone on top, everyone else below.
Right. Subjects and rulers, taxes and moats. But a kingdom,
That suggests kin.
kin, relationship, family, connection. It suggests a lateral structure.
So when he calls himself a cultural ambassador, he's not representing a nation-state with borders.
Yeah.
He's representing a conceptual space, this unified kingdom that he's built on connection.
It sounds almost like world building, like something out of science fiction.
Totally, like he's inventing a country just so he has a place to be the ambassador of.
It is world building, but he's trying to layer it over the real world. This isn't a novel, it's a protocol for living here in reality.
Okay, so how does he do that?
Well, the text says his work sits at a very specific intersection between public speaking and dialogue on one hand.
And symbolic art and ceremony on the other.
Ceremony, that's another word that stuck out to me.
We don't usually talk about art in terms of ceremony. We talk about exhibitions or galleries. Ceremony implies a ritual.
It implies that something is happening to you, or that you're part of a process that changes you.
It elevates the whole interaction. A gallery visit can be passive. You just walk past the pictures. A ceremony is active. You're part of it.
And this brings us to what I think is the absolute core of his philosophy.
Got
If there is one sentence in this entire stack of research that unlocks the hope-free concept,
This is it.
it's this one. He says his cultural projects invite participation rather than belief.
Okay, let's just stop the car here. Participation rather than belief. I want to drill down on this because it sounds so counterintuitive.
Right.
Aren't artists usually in the business of belief?
They want you to believe in their vision, their message.
Right, believe in me.
Typically, yes. But think about the mechanics of belief. Belief is internal. It can be very, very passive.
How so?
Well, I can sit on my couch and believe in social justice or believe that I should get in shape and do absolutely nothing about it. Belief happens in your head.
Ah, okay. Belief creates a feeling of alignment. I'm a good person because I believe the right things, but it doesn't necessarily create movement.
Precisely. But participation. You can't participate passively. Participation requires your hands, your voice, your presence. It demands agency.
You have to actually show up and do something.
You do.
Yeah.
So if we map this back to hope-free, and we see hope as a form of belief,
Okay.
think about it. What is hope, really?
I mean, in simple terms, hope is wanting a specific outcome. It's waiting for good news. I hope it doesn't rain.
It's waiting. That's the key word. Hope often implies that the agency lies somewhere else.
I hope the economy gets better. I hope the doctor calls.
I hope the government fixes this. You are outsourcing the outcome to fate or God or luck or the system.
Oh, I see where you're going. So hope-free isn't about saying things will never get better.
No, not at all.
It's saying stop waiting for them to get better and start doing the work.
That is the strongest reading of the text. It's not hopeless, meaning devoid of a future. It's hope-free, meaning devoid of the reliance on hope.
You're replacing wishing with doing.
Exactly. You're removing the gap between you and the outcome.
That is actually really empowering. It's a
Yeah.
little bit scary because it puts the burden entirely on you, but it's empowering.
It's like, don't hope for a garden, grab a shovel.
Right. And the source material's very clear about what we are supposed to be participating in. He's not just asking us to participate for the sake of it.
No, he's using images and symbology to explore freedom, dignity, and what it means to live creatively in uncertain times.
Freedom and dignity. I mean, those are massive, heavy words. You could spend a lifetime just defining dignity.
And notice the tool he uses, symbology. He's not writing philosophical treatises on dignity. He's using symbols, visual language.
Which connects back to that idea of him being an artist. He's using the visual to get to the philosophical.
Yes. Symbols bypass the intellectual brain and they hit you in the gut. If you want to build a kingdom, you need a flag. You need totems. You need a visual shorthand people can rally around.
Without needing to read a 50-page manifesto.
Exactly.
I want to pivot to the specific writing he talks about. There's a section title in the material that I found really interesting. Hope-free. The writings on the wall.
Yes. A very, very loaded phrase.
Hugely loaded. I mean, culturally, the writing on the wall is bad news. It's from the Bible, right? Belshazzar's feast.
That's the one. The disembodied hand writes that the kingdom is going to fall.
It means it's over. If the writing's on the wall for your company, you're looking for a new job.
Traditionally, yes. It is a warning of impending doom. The fate is sealed.
So why is he using it? Is he saying we're doomed? Is that the hope-free part, like abandon all hope, the writing is on the wall?
I don't think so. I think he's co-opting the phrase, reclaiming it.
Okay.
Look at the list of things he says he's exploring under this banner. The text lists. Love, language, culture and community, ideas and identity.
Okay, so not doom and destruction. Those are positive foundational things.
Not at all. These are the building blocks of a healthy society. Love, language, culture.
So he's taking the writing on the wall, which is usually a prophecy that happens to you.
And he's saying, no, we are writing on the wall.
It goes back to participation. If the writing is on the wall,
Right.
who held the pen? In the Bible story, it was God, and humans were just terrified readers.
But in Ruth's unified kingdom, it seems the invitation is for us to pick up the spray paint. It transforms a warning into a canvas.
I love that image. Graffitiing over the apocalypse with love and community.
Ew.
It's rebellious.
It fits, doesn't it? The text mentions he provides creative responses to the pressures of modern life.
Pressures of modern life. That's a phrase that does a lot of heavy lifting. It's vague, but we all know exactly what it feels like.
It acknowledges the anxiety, the uncertainty. The text doesn't pretend everything is fine. But then right next to that admission,
It offers human solutions.
human solutions. I circled that phrase too. It feels very grounding. especially right now.
It does. We hear so much about technological solutions. AI will fix it, the algorithm will fix it, or political solutions. But human solutions, that hits different.
It suggests that we are enough. The tools we need, connection, creativity, dignity, are already in our hands. We don't need an app for it. We just need to apply human solutions to human problems.
So let me play devil's advocate for a second here.
Yeah,
Because this all sounds very high-minded. Dignity, freedom, rewriting prophetic walls.
sure.
But at the end of the day, Tim Ruth is an artist. He's a guy with a website. And when you look at the tangible output section, what are these human solutions actually looking like in practice? Because I'm looking at the site and I see stuff.
Well, looking at the list, it's original artworks, stunning art prints, and unique merchandise item.
Right. Merchandise, T-shirts, prints.
And exclusive discounts on select art.
Save 20% on your existential dread. Limited time offer.
It does feel like a bit of a gear shift, doesn't it? We go from abandon hope, embrace participation,
To click here to add to cart. Is that a contradiction? Does it undermine the philosophy?
I think that's the cynical read, and it's a valid question to ask, but let's look at it through his framework. If you are a cultural ambassador building a unified kingdom, you need artifacts.
Artifacts.
Culture is physical. It's not just ideas floating in the ether. It's what we wear, what we hang on our walls.
Yeah.
If participation is the goal, then owning a piece of the symbology is a form of participation.
It's flying the flag.
In a way, yeah. The merchandise isn't just stuff. It's the uniform of the kingdom.
Okay, I see the logic.
The text emphasizes images and symbology. If those images represent dignity and freedom, then putting that on a shirt is a way of carrying that message into the street. It turns the philosophy into a physical object.
It's a way to signal to others, hey, I'm participating in this conversation.
And, practically speaking, artists have to eat. Human solutions includes paying the rent.
Very true. There is no solution more human than needing to pay the bills. The cultural ambassador has to buy groceries.
But notice how he structures the engagement. It's not just, buy this. The text lists thoughtful conversation as a core component. It's not just a transaction, it's an invitation.
And he identifies a specific tribe. He says, if you're interested in thoughtful conversation, you're in the right place.
He's filtering his audience. He's not trying to reach everyone. He's looking for the people who want to engage at that level, the seekers.
There's also a tiny detail in the contact info that stood out to me.
Ah, yes, the email address.
agent@timruth.uk.
It speaks volumes about the persona, doesn't it? He's not listing Tim at Tim Ruth. He's listing an agent.
It creates distance. It says, I am busy being the ambassador. Talk to my people.
It creates a professional boundary. It reinforces that speaker and artist are professional roles. It elevates the status of the founder.
It's almost like he's LARPing a serious institution until it becomes one.
Well, fake it till you make it is a form of hope-free participation, isn't it?
Huh. I guess it is.
You're not hoping to become the thing. You're just acting as if you already are. You're participating in the reality you want to create.
That's actually profound. Acting as if it loops right back to the core concept.
And the text also invites people to subscribe now for updates on new art releases.
Which implies this isn't a static manifesto. It's moving. New releases means the conversation is ongoing.
It's a living project. He's reacting to the uncertain times in real time. The writing on the wall isn't finished.
So let's circle back to the unified kingdom concept one more time. We talked about the spelling, but what does it actually mean to be part of a kingdom that invites participation but not belief? Groups are usually glued together by belief.
That's the million-dollar question. Usually a unified group is unified by dogma. We all believe in the same God or the same political party or the same whatever.
You sign the statement of faith and you're in.
But Ruth is proposing unity through process, unity through the act of questioning. The text says he explores ideas and identity. It doesn't say he provides the answers.
So the unified kingdom is a community of seekers.
We're a community of makers, people who are willing to look at the pressures of modern life and not turn away and not just hope it goes away, but create a response.
It's a coalition of the willing, not the believing.
It's a fascinating inversion. We're so used to gurus telling us exactly what to think.
Yeah.
Here are the 5 steps to happiness.
Here is the truth.
Right. And Tim Ruth seems to be saying, I don't have the truth, but I have a paintbrush. Grab one.
And I have a symbol.
Yeah.
And sometimes a symbol is more powerful than a truth because it can mean different things to different people and still unite them.
Exactly. A flag can unite a country even if everyone in it disagrees on politics. He's trying to create that flag for the creative life.
Which brings us back to cultural ambassador. He's exporting a culture of, what? Agency.
Agency and dignity. The text explicitly links freedom and dignity. Living hope-free is actually a very dignified stance. It says, I am not a victim of circumstance. I am a participant in reality.
It stops you from being a spectator in your own life. You're not just watching the movie, you're directing it.
Or at least writing your own lines.
So let's summarize this. We have Tim Ruth, artist, speaker, founder. He's selling prints, but he's really selling a shift in perspective.
A big one.
He's asking us to look at the writing on the wall, all the scary headlines, all the uncertainty, and see it as a blank canvas.
And to realize that we are the ones holding the spray can.
It's a compelling pitch. It's definitely deeper than your average online art shop.
It demands more from you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not passive consumption, it's active engagement.
So, as we close out this deep dive, I'm left thinking about that central challenge, that shift from hope to participation. It's really sticking with me.
It's the sticky idea, isn't it? It kind of rewires how you look at your own to-do list.
It really is. And for you listening, I want to leave you with a question that comes out of this. We all have things we're hoping for. We hope the job gets better. We hope the world calms down.
We're all waiting for the writing on the wall to change.
Exactly. But applying the Tim Ruth philosophy, if you stripped away the hope, if you went hope-free today, what would you actually do differently? If you stopped waiting for the solution to arrive, what human solution would you have to invent yourself?
What symbol would you create?
That's the question. Think about it. Participate in it. And maybe go write something on a wall. Metaphorically, of course.
Of course. Don't break the law, just break the pattern.
Thanks for diving deep with us into the unified kingdom. We'll see you next time.
Take care.